What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks MLB. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Once you know it, plus 310, Jordan Alvarez, he hits the ball long, he hits the ball far. There's a lot of bad stuff that could happen today, and that's going to cover a lot of it. Plus 310, yay for everybody involved there. Would really like somehow, some way, Pittsburgh to put a run together. Saw somebody put into the, I don't know if it's true or not. I just saw the comment section like 2 minutes ago. Said that the Pirates are 0-20 against the AL on the run line. That seems bad. Well, we're on that, so hopefully they can find a way, just for a unit, of course. Again, the lock's on an 8-game slate. It's going to look a little bit different than a 15-gamer where I only have one lock for you today, but I have a lot of likes, a lot of things that I enjoy on this card, just like I enjoy BetMGM. This is a sports book that you want to get yourself a little bit of familiarity with, not just because we have great deals going with them, which you can sign up for in the video description box below, but because they have some of the best total basis prop. In fact, my lock revolves around our friends over at BetMGM because the over of 1.5 total bases on somebody makes a lot of sense for me. You can parlay it together. Now, you want to be careful of the vig on some of these single game parlays. You don't want to go a little bit too crazy, but same game parlays, as they're called over at BetMGM, something you can fire up there. And well, you're going to get 2 months of my betting card completely for free by jumping into that premium Discord. You're going to get access to that when you sign up for the first time over at BetMGM. Again, you click on the link below, you're going to get access to my betting card. Ben Raza, you're going to have Isaiah Suarez, you're going to have Eitan Shander, so many great analysts, so little time. So jump in that, why don't you? Oh, and then also, if you make your first bet and it wins, congratulations, you get to keep that money just like you would on any other bet. But if it loses, you're going to get that money back in bonus bets up to $1,000. So bet 100. If it wins, keep it. If you lose, well, comes back to you in bonus bets. So pretty good deal over at BetMGM. Check them out, my friends, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, 15 games to get to, lots to talk about, have lots of home runs on the card. I got my producer, Jacob, here, along for the ride. Let's get to the picks. Let's get this game out of the way rather quickly, mainly because you see NA's on the side of your screen. No line out yet. It's Detroit heading to Philly. You know Philly is going to be a massive favorite, even with Taijuan Walker on the mound and no announced pitcher for Detroit yet. But on Sunday, they called up Garrett Hill from AAA in Toledo. I got to assume that he's got to be jumping in on Tuesday to, well, piggyback a little bit of some kind of duties here. I don't know if he's going to be able to go deep into this game. 43 pitches. He was capped out on what would be April 8th. He's gone a little bit further over at AAA in Toledo. Paying close attention to that one. He's not good. 4.78 ERA in AAA, 1.69 whip in 26 and a third innings. So take that for what you will. But Garrett Hill is not good. I assume Philly is going to be a massive favorite, and I'm not completely in love with anything in this because Taijuan Walker, I find him to be pretty unappealing to back at a massive number. 18.3% K rate, 10.6% walk rated. Yes, these bats are starting to, they're waking up. I'm not going to sing Imagine Dragons today. Get out of here. Philadelphia, though, they're up 8-3 right now, middle of the 8th. They're going to run back this game. I still don't like Detroit's lineup, but I'm going to go Philadelphia money line just so that we get this over with. There's no way I'm going to bet them at minus 200 or worse. The weather also looks a little bit questionable there in Philadelphia for tomorrow, so lots to be paying attention to here. As always, if you want to know if I end up betting this game or not, more than likely not, hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. Yes, just my name. That's how it's spelled, at Eric Lindquist. I'll be happy to let you know so long as I see the message, and generally, I get all my notifications and get all my questions answered over there, but you can DM me or just better just at me at Eric Lindquist. Actually, don't DM me. Next game, let the like barrage begin. Yes, there are a lot of likes on this card, lots of things that I'm going to be firing half a unit to a unit on. Probably not going to be going crazy in any of one of these spots except for our one lock, which it's kind of an interesting situation on today's card. If it's your first time joining here, I do leans, likes, locks. Leans being something that I'm thinking about betting, or if there's not a number out yet, like a lot of our home run props, I'll talk about the prospective number that I would want to get so that you have some kind of an idea of what that break-even number is so that you can bet anything that ends up better than it. If it's shorter than that, you can just stay away and move on with your life. But we've got Kansas City, Miami here in this one, and one appealing pitcher, Jesus Luzardo. going up against Zach Greinke and these Kansas City Royals. And wow, Zach Greinke, he's 100 years old, 18.5% K rate, 280 expected batting average, only a 3.5% walk rate. That's nifty, but, well, he's not good. However, we do have a spot to a certain extent where you got to be paying close attention to what this lineup looks like in Miami. Having no issue putting up runs on this bullpen here from the Kansas City side. That's for sure. Hey, Pittsburgh also scored 3-2, bottom 6, bases loaded, one-time dealer. Sorry, that's my Monday sweat. But back to Tuesday. I do not like Greinke, Sam. I do not like him with green eggs and ham or in Miami where the players play and we ride on them things like every day. I know that's Atlanta, but I don't care. It was Miami in this scenario. And Jesus Luzardo, I'm going to be riding with him. Yeah, we see him rolling. We hating. Patrolling, trying to catch him riding dirty. We're not going to catch him. 27.6% K rate, 308 expected batting average. The southpaw is downright dirty. Kind of came full circle there to a certain extent. I'm thinking too much. Miami money line. That's kind of a no-brainer bet here. I think this is your nice parlay beginning for all you parlay people. I know you exist. You walk amongst us. Gotta say, not a crazy type play. This is going to be a half unit for me, but Miami on the money line. I think minus 150 is a little too short over at DraftKings Sportsbook as it stands right now. Would be surprised if this got bet down into the minus 140 range. So, like, jump on it now before it goes north of that. Yikes, my Minnesota Twins taking on the Tampa Bay Rays here in this spot. And, well, this is going to hurt. It's Louis Varland. I just don't buy into anything that he's done in the early going of this season. I think the StatCast data kind of backs that up. He's going up against Zach Eflin, who's just revamped his pitch mix. Well, not revamped it. The sinker and cutter are still the primary pitches, but he's throwing that curveball quite a bit more, 26.1%, and, well, a 273 xWOBA, a 24.5% K rate. This is what Tampa Bay does. Crab cakes in football. Or baseball in this scenario. Zach Eflin, he's just fan-frickin-tastic this season, and I am nervous because, well, Joey Gallo's now on the IL. Alex Kirilloff keeps breaking my heart. We have Byron Buxton hurt. We have Alex Kirilloff dinged up. We have Trevor Larnach still on the IL. Our pets' heads are falling off. Royce Lewis did a backflip. Carlos Correa is dinged up. I don't even know what to say. All I know is that I thought about just locking a couple of pieces of this. And I will say I strongly prefer the Tampa Bay side, but I also strongly prefer the over here because I just think Louis Varland gets annihilated. Now, we could go over with Tampa Bay minus 1.5, although again, be careful. You don't want to get in the habit. Make sure you're not doing like a single game parlay in those fashions. Make sure you're getting the true odds back if you're going to be running something like that out there. But as it stands, Louis Varland, 3.51 ERA, 1.15 whip. Well, Eric, those are pretty good numbers. Yeah, but those are surface numbers, and we don't care about those very much on this program. 468 expected slugging, bad. 327 xWOBA, not very good. Now, sub 5% walk rate, that's nifty. 23.2% K rate isn't nothing, but this is a Tampa Bay team that leads majors, 126 WRC plus against right-handed pitching. So yeah, over 8. That's what stands out to me. I would like to see one of Carlos Correa and Royce Lewis in this lineup. If they are not, it's not going to be a deal breaker for me. I'm still going to be sitting here on the over of 8, but I will say Tampa Bay, be very, very, I almost put them on the card here, but we have enough other plays on the card as it stands right now. So this would be like last spot in. Pay attention to that Minnesota lineup when it comes out. If it drops out disgusting, minus 1.5 Tampa or Tampa money line, that will be another play I will be on in this one. Another spot we can kind of brush through, I suppose, pretty quickly here. Enough other things that I do like on this. We've got Tyler Henry, the southpaw, going up against the Washington Nationals here. Arizona, Tommy Henry. Whatever, Tommy, Tyler, doesn't matter. He's not very good. 233 expected batting average is all right, but just a 15% K rate. And I gotta say, Washington, if you've been watching this program, you kind of know they've got a lot better numbers than you would expect against left-handed pitching. A 113 WRC plus and 734 plate attempts, 781 OPS. Doesn't suck. Better than I expected to see from them this season, that's for sure. So, yay for them. Joey Meneses, bomb anyone? Stone Garrett? Stone Cold Steve Austin? That'd be fun to watch play baseball. I think I'd rather do that than go to this baseball game. I can tell you that much. Although Arizona, they're winning themselves some baseball games. They've looked all right. But on the other side of this one, Jake Irvin, crikey, mate. 374 xWOBA, 467 expected slugging, just a 17.7% K rate. There's no way I'm going to go out of my way to back this righty going up against an Arizona team that has Corbin Carroll doing everything for it, has a 105 WRC plus against righties, 760 OPS, 177 ISO. It's pretty decent as well. I believe that is top 8 in baseball. Yes, 7. Exactly. Look at that. Not a bad guess right out of the gate, even though it's on the spreadsheet. I just had to find it. Over 9.5 is going to be the lean here. I do think offense could be in store again. We got to be paying attention to these summer months. They're coming down the pipeline. And hey, Oakland and Pittsburgh 3-3. Come on, Pirates. Get it done, baby. Sorry, that's another Monday sweat. On to Tuesday we go. Nothing from this one for me as it stands right now. I got something from this one, though. We've got the White Sox. We've got the Yankees, Yankee Stadium, yielding some homers. And hey, they've got their guy, Giancarlo Stanton, back. We'll be paying attention to Aaron Judge's status. He kind of matters. 62.6% hard hit percentage, 761 expected slugging, just murdering baseballs. He's pretty good. But you know who else is murdering baseballs this season? You know what? I'm going to bury the lead. Let's talk the pitchers. Lucas Giolito and Clark Schmidt here. Lucas Giolito for the White Sox, 447 expected slugging. Really just comes down to his Judge in this lineup or not. That line moved drastically in the Dodgers game, so much so on Sunday that I almost thought about betting the Yankees. Wish I had. They ended up winning 4-1, but lots of spots where sometimes one player moves it a little bit too much, I would say. And well, Aaron Judge, if there were ever a player, him, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, those are kind of your three that if they're not in the lineup, expect the line to move pretty drastically compared to pretty much any other hitter, considering there's 9 of them in a lineup in a day, and is what it is. Clark Schmidt, though, on the other side, this is the guy I want to be targeting with a pretty surprise bat this season. He's got a 47% hard hit percentage, a 432 expected slugging, does have a 26% K rate, which is pretty nifty. But I look at this White Sox team, and do you know who's leading in terms of hard hit percentage this season for this team? No, it's not Tim Anderson with a 45.3% hard hit percentage. No, not Luis Robert, just a 37.6% hard hit percentage. No, it's not even Andrew Vaughn or Eloy Jimenez, who are 47 and 50.3. And I know it's Luis Robert. Sorry. Apologize to the people who always remind me of that. Just remembered now. Either way, Jake Burger. Yeah, give me a burger and fries here on Tuesday. The dude's got a 599 expected slugging, 52.2% hard hit percentage. And yes, most batters face more righties in the course of a season than they're going to face lefties, is what it is. But he's got 8 jacks against righties so far this season, 4 against lefties, 12 homers on the season for this dude. I can't believe some of the numbers that I'm looking at from him. Now, 30.3% K rate, it kind of goes against my theory of, well, if there's a good strikeout pitcher on one side and somebody who strikes out a lot on the other side, doesn't always match up nicely. Kind of want to do the inverse if you can. But I don't really give a shit in Yankee Stadium. I expect a nice number here on Jake Burger. 16.1 degree average launch angle. That's optimal. Let's hit it out of Yankee Stadium. Let's get some booze going, Jake Burger. Get it going, my friend. He takes it yard. Can't believe I just suggested Jake Burger to go yard. Got to be better than plus 350. I think it will be by a lot. Oakland and Pittsburgh in this one. James, come a Caprillion. He doesn't come and go. He just goes like the ball goes off of bats. He's facing Mitch Keller. Comeback Keller. Truly comeback Keller. Best stinking dog in the East. 31.3% hard hit percentage. 30.4% K rate. A little bit different than when you look on the other side. James Caprilion's over 40% hard hit percentage. 363 xWOBA. And just 20.9% K rate. One of these things is not like the other one. Pittsburgh's up 4-3. Can we get one more run, dealer? Can we get one more run? Sorry, that's another Monday sweat. It's going to be threaded through this entire intro. I swear to God, I'm going to just turn this game off in the corner of my screen. It's distracting me too. But yeah, I'm showing a little bit of apprehension here just simply because it's Pittsburgh offense. And, James Caprillion, as terrible as he is, as terrible as this bullpen is from the Oakland side, you are looking at a spot where, well, Mitch Keller should be able to mow him down, but do they just... The value's not there. This is surely not a value spot. Do I think Pittsburgh rolls? Yeah, of course they do. Oakland has how many wins on the season again? 12? 12 and 49. 12 and 50, hopefully, after Monday. That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. That would be great. But looking at this game, -1.5 Pittsburgh is obviously the lean, but I would want something around even money here. -106, the best number at Bet Rivers. I don't have access to that book. I have DraftKings -110, so can't really do that. Sadly, just going to be a lean. If by some miraculous happenstance this moves in our favor, yay, go ahead and bet it around even money. Otherwise, just go ahead and pass on this game altogether. The Houston Astros, who just walloped Alek Manoah. I would say the mistake I made on Monday, talked about it on this program, how bad Alek Manoah's been. Should have just jammed against him. Gives up 6 earned in the first or 7 earned in the first or something ridiculous. And just Houston's up 10-3, bottom 7 right now. So seems pretty good. Should have done it. But either way, we are not looking at offense in this one today because I like these pitchers. Hunter Brown for the Astros, Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays. Hunter Brown, the 44.7% hard hit percentage, that can be concerning, but 4.6 degree average launch angle. Nice to see ground ball rate for a rookie in this kind of a spot. 28.8% K rate. And I will say, Spencer Strider kind of spoiled us last year in terms of like what you expect from a strong-handed righty, in terms of like what I look at for some of these prospects. He rode me for sure. Hunter Brown, though, is just exceptional. And I think against this Toronto team, he can find some success. You got to get away from that top half of the lineup. You got a murderer's row in Chapman, Guerrero, Bichette. Varsho's been terrible this year. George Springer, 36.1% hard hit percentage. I expect positive regression for him. But either way, get through those top 4 or 5. You get some smooth sailing on the back half of that lineup. And then Kevin Gausman, same kind of thing on the other side. You got to get by those 2 ridiculous lefties. Again, thank you, Lord Alvarez. You're delicious. I love you so much. Kyle Tucker, love that man too. I don't know how many times I can talk about those lefties on one program. I feel like you could just turn this into Lindy's obsession over Jordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker. I wish they played for any team other than Houston, which is just the most impossible team to cheer for. But Kevin Gausman, 32.9% K rate, 287 xWOBA, really good stuff. Similar to Hunter Brown, the hard hit can trail up, but Kevin Gausman's been able to overcome those kind of issues. And well, the best way to do that over the course of your entire big league career, if you do give up hard contact, is just miss bats. And he can do that. 32.9% would be his highest K rate of his career if the season ended now. So this was borderline lock territory. In fact, I think I pissed off my producer, Jake. I was like, I'm torn. And then I went like, but I could definitely upgrade this one pending how other numbers move throughout the day. Again, we want to be reactionary. This is an amoeba. The market's always moving, baby. That's what Odd Shopper's about. We're shopping for the best odds every single day. And I see an 8.5 lingering out in the atmosphere, friends. And oh boy, do I love it. Just didn't want to lock it at -120 juice. Best available number under 8.5 at DraftKings Sportsbook as of recording this on Monday night. BetMGM, friends. Yes, this is the book that we're attached to here right now. And mainly because I know a lot of you have DraftKings. I know a lot of you have FanDuel. But if you haven't signed up for BetMGM, this makes a great third addition to your sportsbook portfolio. And here's why. We have a couple of great deals going with them, not just your first bet, that if it doesn't end up winning, you get the money that you wagered back in bonus bets from them, but you also get 2 months of premium Discord. And if you're watching this program, I know from time to time, you get the haters, you get the people who want to be faders, you get the Darth Vaders, you do all that stuff. You get them. It is what it is. But most of you are just so loving, so encouraging. Can't tell you thank you enough for checking out my program. Hopefully the work I put in is evident. And if you enjoy it, come hang out with me for 2 months completely free when you sign up at BetMGM. Again, I'm not saying I have to be your favorite person in the entire world, but I hope I'm okay. Again, if you're listening to this right now over the course of an ad read, you probably think that, yay, Eric might know a couple of things. He's taught me a couple of things about the old baseball and NBA streets and things of that nature. Hopefully the golf streets too. Odd Shopper Golf, check that out here as well. Got a fun Canadian Open before the US Open out at LA Country Club. That's going to be fun. But BetMGM, you're going to get 2 months of that premium Discord access to me completely free. I answer DMs. I'm answering questions. I'm in there throughout the days on Sunday through Friday. Yes, Sunday through Friday. That's 6 days of access to me completely free for 2 months just by checking out BetMGM. So you get those bonus bets back if that first wager loses up to $1,000. You also get 2 months of access to me. What could be better than that? Well, a lot of things, but those are two pretty great things if you ask me. So check out BetMGM, sign up at the link below, makes it quick, makes it easy. Check it out. Alrighty, y'all, that's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER or text 1-800-GAMBLER. That works as well. Halfway point, let's continue on our merry way on Tuesday slate. Cleveland, this one's for you. Did you guys see Kyrie Irving wants LeBron James traded to Dallas? No shit. I'd like one of the best players of all time and my buddy to just magically show up in Dallas. Let me know how that works out for you, Kyrie. Let me know how that works out. You have so much pull after how well you played down in Dallas this season. Sure, they just love you. Just parades in the street. Whatever. We're going to talk about baseball. Boston, Cleveland. This will be a fun one. I mean, this is just so clear-cut to me. We have Shane Bieber here on the mound. He's been just historically a very good pitcher, but I have my concerns. Just like I had my concerns about James Paxton. Both of these guys, well, they throw with opposite hands, and they're doing very opposite things to arrive at kind of strenuous results. Look at me using my vocabulary today. But Shane Bieber, let's start with James Paxton, because then we're going to target Shane Bieber, and I'll explain why. But James Paxton, he's targetable under certain circumstances. I will say, thought about adding a Boston play to this play. So I think you could do this if you're trying to get very, very aggressive. Just take the Boston money line, mainly because James Paxton, this southpaw, 33.8% K rate, 233 expected batting average. Those are fantastic little numbers. He has the walk rate starting to trail up around 9%. That's not great. 467 expected slugging, but he gets a day with Cleveland. And Cleveland, 87 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. That is the third worst mark in baseball. They don't strike out very much, but again, James Paxton is going to find strikeouts in a lot of matchups. It's just a question on whether or not that hard contact yields results. If he can get through Jose Ramirez, if he can get through, I guess Naylor would be left on left, Josh Bell, Ahmed Rosario. Yeah, I'm probably talking myself into a little bit of Boston. I just have so many damn plays on this card already. I don't want to go completely nuts. Might have to be trimming these down to a lot of half-unit plays, but my favorite thing to do here in this game is I want some lefty power up against Shane Bieber. He's got a 47.5% hard hit percentage, and similar to a lot of seasons before, the UC Santa Barbara product has definitely given up hard contact in the past. Now, this is the most he's ever given up by 4%. Pretty noticeable difference, but he's never been one to shy away from some of the contact. But he had been missing bats at an elite level throughout the beginning stages of his career. 2018, 24.3% K rate. 2019, 30.2. 2020, 41.1% K rate. Cy Young, hello. 33.1% in 2021. Came down to 25% last season. 16.9% K rate this season. I smell disaster impending. Now, a couple of the things I have been tracking with him, that four-seamer, it's back to its standard velocity. Yes, identical velocity, 91.3 miles per hour, 91.2 miles per hour here this season. Just saying, that isn't the issue, but it's just yielding some hard contact against lefties, and it's not going away, I don't think, anytime soon, which makes Rafael Devers, who's probably been a little bit of a darling on this program this season. Let me find out how many units. I'm up some units on Mr. Rafael Devers. We talked about him a lot. He's going to hit the ball long and far here in Cleveland. You know, a lot of those Francisco Lindor shots of old? Yeah, we're going to see a high fly ball to deep right field. Yeah, Rafael Devers. Diving Devers. I have no jokes for this. I should just move on. Rafael Devers is going to go long. Needs to be better than plus 420. It will be. We want it against Shane Bieber tomorrow. Wild to say that I want to target that arm. I make the rules on this program, and rules, my friends, are meant to be broken when spots like these show up. We've got the Dodgers, we've got Cincinnati, and a couple of things to note. Let's start with Tony Gonsolin, the road pitcher here for the Dodgers. He's fallen on some interesting numbers here in terms of StatCast data. Just a 17.7% K rate, even last season when he was pitching at a near NL Cy Young level, he was still finding his way to no Ks. 23.9%, way down from where he was at in 2020, 2021. But this year, a 1.77 ERA, despite a 4.83 expected ERA, it's going to be a tough spot. Now, there aren't a ton of lefties that are going to do crazy damage here in a park, Well, in this park, even though it's Great American Small Park is what it is. 87 WRC plus are Cincinnati against righties, a 130 ISO. They are not very good. Still think Tony Gonsolin, well, I think we're probably going to be targeting him at a worse number than this at some point in time. I'm actually looking at backing the Dodgers, but there's one major piece of this equation that I think we just want to be jamming right now. I don't see how you don't play that Dodgers play in conjunction with Freddie Freeman. This guy is on another planet right now. And I think there's a couple of players, whether it's Jake Berger, I could probably think of a couple more, but either way, Freddie Freeman, we probably don't talk about enough for how elite his numbers are. Now, JD Martinez, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, they're coming along for the ride. Even Jason Hayward, 45.8% hard hit percentage, but Freddie, 344 expected batting average, 614 expected slugging, and now he gets to face Luke Weaver. 451 expected slugging, 44% hard hit percentage. None of that is good. You don't want any pieces of that. All fastball? Oh yeah. The changeup isn't working. Freddie Freeman, I'm probably going to bet him individually to hit a homer. But in this scenario, I want the over of 1.5 total bases for a dude who's on an infinity game hitting streak. That's just kind of what Freddie does. Let me see if that's still intact here right now because, well, he's just been elite beyond elite beyond elite. I want to be adding it to the Dodgers money line, and I get it. I don't know what this number is. It could end up minus 110, and I would still bet it. Yeah, of course, Freddie, the hit streak is over. It was over on, what, Saturday? 2nd? Is that Friday? It was on Friday. Cool. Freddie Freeman, 331 average on the season, 960 OPS. Friends, oh friends, let's go. 400 he hit in the month of May. He's going to at least get you a hit. That would be absurd, but I'm going to be going over 1.5 total bases as long as it's minus 110 or better. And then I'm going to be parlaying it. Yeah, I don't talk parlays very often here. With the Dodgers money line inside of minus 200 at the best hitting ballpark in baseball. The Dodgers a 209 ISO against righties and a 115 WRC plus. I want all the offense. I want all the Dodgers. Thought about the run line here. I'm just going to go money line in conjunction with Freeman until I see the number, but normally I would lean this. I'm going to lock this. This is my favorite spot to be targeting on the entire slate. Give me all the Dodgers, and then we just move on with our lives. There you go. We just talked first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Let's talk two more first basemen, shall we? We've got the Mets, we've got the Braves. They've both got pretty good ones, wouldn't you say? Now, these pitchers are not good by any means. We got Carlos Carrasco, who I bring up quite often that I cheer for him. He's just not very good. 13.9% K rate, 359 xWOBA, and giving up tons and tons of power to lefties. There's a pretty good one on the playing first base for the Braves. His name's Matt Olson. Heard of him? 55.6% hard hit percentage, 527 expected slugging. Probably going to be like plus 220, plus 230, and I'm still going to bet it. Don't care. And then Bryce Elder. Well, 47.3% hard hit percentage, 21.1% K rate. They got that guy, Pete Alonso, 587 expected slugging, 402 xWOBA, 42.3% hard hit percentage that I kind of expect to have some positive regression coming very, very shortly. Just saying. It's a pretty wild spot because I do have major interest in both of these guys to hit homers. And I'm not going to simply say here, bet the better number because that makes no sense. Pete Alonso, he gets the 9th inning bump, meaning that there has to be a tiny tweak there. And then also different matchups and different teams and different protection. And well, you know what I'm getting at. I want to be looking at both of them. I'm going to lean the homers on the obvious guys. Don't sleep on Eddie Rosario either. I miss him in Minnesota. I think he missed Minnesota for a long time too after, well, was phenomenal in that World Series run, but had fallen on some hard times, starting to heat up, whatever that means. 3 homers in his last 3. Again, maybe you're a hot streak person, maybe you're not. I get it. Atlanta's going to be really good here coming down the stretch. It's going to be fun to watch, but both homers. Don't parlay them, just bet them individually, although you're probably parlaying them as we speak. 5 games left. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Goes a long way for me, my friends, as we go to a pretty interesting spot here. Another play I definitely enjoy on this slate. Baltimore, Milwaukee, Kyle Gibson. How many times can we target Kyle Gibson? Now, Milwaukee leaves Cincinnati. They're traveling back home. All of you travel people, chill. This isn't some cross-country flight. It's Cincinnati to Milwaukee. It's like, come on. Freddie Peralta, he's been very struggling-ish too. It's been pretty wild. Freddie Peralta, 36.4% hard hit percentage, 424 expected slugging. Those are two different type of numbers to be looking at. And Freddie's just been struggling here lately, and I don't really know entirely what to make of it, but I know I want to be targeting it here with Baltimore's lineup. There's no doubt about it. He's just throwing a lot of fastballs, putting himself into some interesting situations. Probably the right way of putting that, that's for sure. But overall, Baltimore, they get by on offense, 100 WRC plus. That's league average, but we're talking about Adley Rutschman. He elevates these pitchers like Kyle Gibson. I just still don't like him. 15.9% K rate, some decent lefties. You'll probably get Rowdy Tellez moving up in this lineup again. William Contreras, Christian Yelich. I know Contreras is a righty, but either way, I just wanted to throw it out there. I think you want to just be looking at offense here. An 8.5. I'm a little bit surprised that this number was available across the entire industry when I pulled it up. I think this should be moving to 9 pretty shortly. In fact, over the course of the last hour, it's moved from -110 to -115. So be paying close attention to those things. If it gets to 9, go ahead and stay away. But for half a unit, pretty easy play over 8.5. I liked the over in this game here on Monday. I'm probably going to be shying away from just about everything here. St. Louis and Texas. Texas, they've just been running hot. And they get a fantastic matchup here against Matthew Liberatore. That's who it's assumed to be, going up against Dane Dunning. I don't really know what to make of this entire spot. Let's start with Liberatore because gonna be liberating to be able to target him from time to time. Just probably not here for the Southpaw. 23 years old, 6.11 expected ERA so far this season, had a 5.49 expected ERA last season. Nothing looks all that appealing. You get some righties with some absolute pop, and well, Texas is hitting everybody. A 132 WRC plus against lefties this season, 171 ISO. It's not Tampa Bay or Atlanta good, but it's pretty freaking good. So yeah, it is what it is. But 9.5, those are kind of your prevailing numbers here. I got to be staying away from this spot. That's for sure. I kind of want to be targeting Dane Dunning a little bit here. You get the likes of a Nolan Gorman, Alec Burleson, those guys lefty facing a righty here in Dane Dunning, who does just have a 16.6% K rate. Kind of fits that mold of guys that you'd want to be looking at, where Nolan Gorman, 50.4% hard hit percentage, just a righty smasher from the left side. Feel good about it. But 9.5, 9 with a lot of juice. This has just got to be a lean for me. I can't be firing this one up. We have enough other plays and 2 more still to come in the last 3 games. So unfortunately going to be a pass for me here. Although I definitely, it's just another spot. I can't bet everything. I'm not going to bet everything. Mainly because I want to bet this. We have San Francisco and Colorado, and well, Danilson Lamet on the mound here for Colorado. We tried to back him last time, and I think he got so unlucky. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's start with John Brabia. Interesting spot here where he's going to be the opener. We've seen this so many times. He'll come in as the bullpen arm and make way for the one, the only, Sean Manaea. Oh, Manaea, you are just... It's not very good. He's terrible. It's no good. It's abysmal. And I get it, Colorado, this lineup is just horrible looking. With Chris Bryant now moved to the IR, that's a little bit frustrating to me because, well, if he were in this lineup, I would absolutely be firing this one up. Feel pretty good, 5.89 ERA, 1.56 whip. Oh boy, he's just terrible. There's no way around it. However, Danilson Lamet, a 310 xWOBA, 212 expecting average, and 320 expected slugging over the course of this season. Those would be awesome type numbers to be looking at. But he has a 13.17 ERA. Couple of things to be going against that though. He's got 13.2 innings of sample size. So basically nothing in terms of sample size. He started as a bullpen arm and was transitioned, went back to AAA, worked on things with San Diego. That was what he did. He was a starter, was a fantastic one until he got hurt. And now, well, he hadn't pitched in 28 days in the bigs and came out after some AAA interesting results. I think he looked a lot better than the results might show. 3 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, but 8 ground balls, 4 Ks, and I think the StatCast data backs that one up. I know some people were really mad the other day when they're like, I can't believe you're going to back his numbers in whatever spot. It's all about the value attached to it and what I expect to happen going forward. And he's got a 23.3% K rate, even though I could see that trimming down as he goes from a bullpen type role where he was at a month ago when he was pitching up until now. But one start there does not a pitcher make, and he's got a 3.91 expected ERA, so that's just positive, beyond positive regression that is in store for him here. So Colorado, this lineup is brutal. It's tough to even look at, but I got to be looking that direction here, and I expect positive numbers to be showing up on it here. So I'm breaking my rules again. I'm just going to like it. Colorado money line. There you go. Just get ready for me to get made fun of again. That'll be fun. Angels hosting the Cubbies. It's going to be a very pro-Cubby crowd, I can tell you that much. You saw Dodger Stadium with the Yankees the other day? Yeah, the whole weekend, pretty much Friday to Sunday. Same kind of a deal where you get those road teams going down to Anaheim, beautiful weather, Disneyland. Yeah. Producer Jacob loves himself some Disneyland. So Hayden Wesneski there with the Cubbies going up against Tyler Anderson of the Halos. And they're both whatever. Wesneski, I expected to have better numbers. He does have a 35% hard hit percentage, but just a 17.6% K rate and a 518 expected slugging and a 290 expected batting average in a really tough spot against an Angels lineup. It's pretty good. Tyler Anderson's pretty terrible himself. He does get a Cubs matchup where, well, they murder lefties. Sorry, guy. 123 WRC plus makes all the sense in all the land to do the exact same thing we did with Blake Snell the other day. And why am I then leaning on the Angels side? Well, because I'm just a little bit surprised that, well, we got to see where this number comes across. That's kind of the first order of business. But as it stands right now, I'm not really sure what to make of it. I'm going to just back the offense that I like a little bit more here in this spot, pending the numbers. So Tyler Anderson, he's terrible. Hayden Wesneski, though, he's been disappointing. I will just lean the Halos money line. And the last game of the night, let's get the heck up out of here with a play. Logan Gilbert on the mound going up against Joe Musgrove. And Logan Gilbert, 28.7% K rate, 275 xWOBA. Good stuff for Seattle. And their lineup's been a little bit brutal. And then Joe Musgrove's on the mound on the other side. He's just a 21.3% K rate after he dropped a weight on his footsie and is just getting adjusted. 4.71 ERA, but 3.46 expected ERA, and I feel pretty good about this spot going up against a team in Seattle that just offers zero resistance in the back half of that lineup. Yes, they've moved Kelnick up. They should have been doing that all along with Julio Rodriguez going 1-2 in some capacity there, but really no other resistance. Now you have JP Crawford. I don't even think he'll end up being in this lineup. Not that he's very good. That means Colton Wong's got to probably play baseball, although I can't believe he's not DFA'd yet, batting 159. Just saying, this is a no-brainer under 8 like. Now, it's not a lock, though, mainly because I have enough respect for the Padres offense to be able to at least create some runs here. And Logan Gilbert, you get outside of Seattle, and yes, Petco, while it's not exactly hitter friendly, it's more hitter friendly than you're looking at in that cavern up north. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Tuesday's slate. Thank you to Jordan Alvarez for keeping the train riding. We're tie ball game here. I don't know why I had to sweat this Pittsburgh thing the whole way. I knew this was going to just end poorly. But either way, BetMGM will not end poorly for you. Great deals, great opportunity to jump behind the paywall there at the premium Discord with myself, Eitan Shander. So many guys here at OddsSharper that you know, that you love. Come hang out with us for 2 months just by signing up at BetMGM and trying out their book. And hey, if you don't like it, stick around, hang out with us. It'll be great stuff, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, I'll be back tomorrow with an edition of MLB and NBA Lindy's coming up for Game 3. We got the Joker over 27.5 points. That would have been your lock the other night. Didn't even bet his triple-double. We're going to run it back here for Game 3. Going to be a fun one, so check out that video. Until next time, though, here in the MLB streets, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Tuesday.